All right, there's a few news stories. Uh, this one was sort of interesting. AI is moving everywhere, and it's affecting police decisions. There have been a lot of stories in the past few years of early generation AI trying to predict crime and doing a terrible job. And it may be that it's getting better, but the city agencies are just using it to make tasks easier and faster and cheaper. So predict whether criminals are going to go back to jail, try to identify food assistance fraud, and so on. And it's there've been a lot of reports about this, and usually it turns out that the AIs are doing a pretty bad job, and that they're just essentially doing what a stupid human would do, like racial discrimination or something. So we'll see. But anyway, this is EPIC, a privacy center, which is finding out how many government agencies are using these things, and they don't even tell people they're using them. So, it's good if people learn about it, and then they can check to see if there are obvious things wrong with it, which I imagine there probably are. There certainly have been in the past. So this one troubles me quite a bit. I'm watching the United States get more and more hostile towards China. And this one here, I feel it hits pretty close to my life. What we're doing now is we're banning the export of high-tech chips to China, and this is going to hurt China a lot because they don't have the ability to make high-tech chips on the mainland, and apparently they can't even import them from Taiwan. And because everybody that makes them is using American chips, so what we're doing is we're holding back China. And so apparently the position of the U.S. government is that China is irretrievably our enemy, and if China gets stronger, they will hurt us with that strength. And that's the part that bothers me. I don't feel like China is that hostile. I feel like we can be partner with China, which is the way we used to be. And if that's true, then holding them back doesn't really benefit anybody. And I have the same argument with administrators at my college. There's a lot of people here that think the way to succeed is to trap students in our program so they have to take our classes even if they're inferior. And I keep saying we should let students go anywhere they want and teach better classes. But America seems to be going on the isolationist route here, where instead of trying to make sure our stuff is better, we're just going to artificially hold back China to therefore win the race by making everybody poorer. And I don't agree with that, but we're very deeply on that road. So now what the China chip manufacturers, the Taiwan chip manufacturers are trying to weaken their chips so they will be acceptable within the sanctions by turning off the advanced features and promising they won't turn them back on later. And they're going to see if they can get away with that. So it's just sort of a way to sort of sneak past the sanctions. But it's, I don't think anything good will come out of this. I think it's better to honestly compete than to just try to cripple your enemy so you can try less hard and still win the race. And I'm not sure China is our enemy. That's why I'm watching this go for the last 10 years. A lot of powerful people in America are convinced that China is our mortal enemy, and they seem to think we're inevitably going to end up at war with China, and I really don't think that's true. But, it's above my pay grade. So Go, as you probably know, AIs are now better than humans at chess, to where no human can compete, and the same is true of Go. A few years ago, the Go computers got better than any human playing Go, but this person developed a strategy that will beat the computers, although it wouldn't beat a human. And this just shows a flaw. What you do is you claim just a corner of the board. And apparently the Go algorithm counts dominance over territory as victory. So if you let it have more total area, it's claimed, but less total chips, then it will pass, and you can pass and win, because even though you have less area, you have more chips, and chips are what counts. So that seems like a ridiculous flaw in the Go progress measuring, which just seems like they could easily fix that. But anyway, I'm surprised that AI would have such a simple, stupid concept in there. That's something you would expect if a human programmed it. When this is the way humans used to program games, they would make up some metric to see if you're winning, and then they would try to maximize that metric. And the problem is victory is not equal to the metric, and a real human would just find a way to win. And the point of AI is it's supposed to learn from real games, from real victory, so it's not supposed to end up with stupid algorithms like this. Anyway, since this worked, it shows that AIs do end up using stupid algorithms that are easily defeated by reverse engineering the algorithm, and that may well apply to other AIs. So this may be important as we get attacked by AIs and we have to defend ourselves with AIs. Yeah. So Musk it's just incredible How, there's an old truism, which I think one of the Rockefellers said, which is that wealth tests a man and he reveals what he really is. And Musk, now that he's controlling Twitter, is just making a complete fool of himself and destroying himself at an incredible rate. He tweeted a false homophobic attack on Nancy Pelosi's husband. Then today he shared a Nazi meme. He said he was going to not do any content moderation until there's a moderation board, and now he's canceling anybody that insults him personally and changing the rules just by tweet every few minutes. And it's just ridiculous. So after he said that he's going to sell anybody a blue check mark for $8 without verifying your identity, a whole bunch of people with blue check marks changed their name to Elon Musk and started making fun of him. So he started freezing all those accounts for daring to make fun of him, even though no decisions like that were supposed to be made until this supposedly impartial moderation board got in. And then he changed the rule after that a few minutes later, saying anybody that changes their name for any reason after they have a blue check mark will be suspended. So, and people routinely change their name for like Halloween names and stuff, but he doesn't seem to know that. It's just, this is amazing, and this is what happened to nobility like Marie Antoinette down through the ages. The only thing he knows is his experience, and he has no idea about the common people's experience. And he just rules, anybody insults him, he thinks that's evil. And if common people have a protest like we don't want the place full of Nazis, he just tells them to shut up because he's the master race and knows what you should have better than you do. It's the classic thing.
He will learn. After he loses money, he will learn.
Well, he's already lost the money. That's the thing. Yeah. He's already lost the money, and he's never coming back.
When nobody comes, then he loses money. Then he will change policies.
No, I think he'll just deny that he's done anything wrong and sell it, perhaps back to Jack. But what he's done, this is his plan to make money, is to sell porn now. He wants to compete with OnlyFans. He wants to have videos. He wants to compete with YouTube and OnlyFans by having videos on Twitter. And he's promising that he will give you more money, although YouTube creators apparently get 55% of the advertising money. And he says, we'll give you more on Twitter. And that is ridiculous because Twitter has no advertisers, like none at all right now. So they don't have any advertising money. So even if he gave you 90% of it, it's 90% of nothing. So this is, I'm waiting to see. A bunch of people have enormous faith in Elon and are sure he's going to make it wonderful, but nothing he's done so far seems to justify that. Anyway, students put a link here. Oh yeah, I saw this one. Yeah, this one came by. This is where the U.S. government is getting unrestricted access to passport data. And so that now that's out. Ron Wyden is working on it. Ron Wyden is one of the privacy advocates that always tries to do something about this stuff. Yeah.
They did that a long time ago. The government keep on doing it.
Yeah, I don't know about them doing it a long time ago, but it came out now. They keep doing it with different databases. They keep getting access.
Changing the databases, but then they still do the same thing.
Yeah. So some scientists recommend the AI not only learn from data only, but also causal inference. Oh, UCLA's Judea Pearl is the leading scientist of this kind of AI. Well, that's interesting. That would be good because evidently the AIs do have some weaknesses. Anyway, let me stop this news stuff. And where's my cursor? All right.